Alrighty guys, in today's video we're going to show you how to put together the Topbuy wooden kitchen cooking toy chef. Right, that's a mouthful. This. Show you how to put this together. Yeah, on with it. First step, and possibly the most important step. Coffee. Now I'm in the right mindset to start this project. Oh, I mean, unbox everything and get it all laid out so you can start putting it together. Alright, step one, you take a wooden dowel, which is part E, I think it said, and then see which hole it fits into. I don't know. Well, okay, it fits into the one that does not go all the way through. It's a little loose. Why is it loose? Okay, it's loose, but the other hole goes all the way through, so that's going to be where your screw goes, which is part A. This is part 2, and then we need to find part 1, which they have little itty bitty stickers with little itty bitty numbers, so if you're old, like me, get out your glasses. And then, of course, your rail here goes with your rail here. So just put that wooden dowel up through this hole in the bottom there. And then we're going to flip it over so we can get our screw into the hole in the bottom and then into the hole of the part 1. And then use a hand tool to get this tight in there. Or if you're an experienced user of power tools and you know how to turn your torque down on your tool so you don't strip everything out, then you can use a power tool. But that's only if you understand how to turn your torque down so that you don't break the very thing you're trying to put together. So if you use a power tool and you break it, that's on you. I warned you. Alrighty, for step number 2, you're going to need parts 4 and 3. We're going to start with part 4. It's got 2 holes on either side. The dowel is going to go into the bottom hole in this one. You see how it goes all the way in? It very loose, doesn't fit very well. Anyway, you're just going to slide that into the hole down here, because the other hole goes all the way through. The top hole here goes all the way through, so that's where your screw's going to go. We're going to get that put in. Hold that there with our finger. Get the screw started in there with your finger, and then use that hand tool to get that tightened up a little bit there. And then part 3, it says to put the dowel on the other side too, of which we can do that, but it's going to fall out. So instead of losing the dowel, I kind of don't want to do that. So part 3, it's going to be pretty much the same thing, only this time the dowel is going to go towards the top. And the screw side with the screw is just going to go that way, so you don't see it. It's going to line up right into there with that hole, and then your screw will go into the one that goes all the way through. And then just use your hand tool here to tighten that in. Bada bing, bada boom, step 2 done. Alrighty, step 3. I'm going to take your part 5, and there we go, this way. You want these things facing down, and of course they need to be on a hole towards the back side of it. So your dowels can go into the holes in the front, or the holes closest to you, and then slide that into the hole there. And then put your A screw into the other hole, finger start it into the piece number 5. And then get your favorite hand tool. Now, I know I'm using a driver. If you're not, you gotta know what you're doing with power tools to put stuff like this together, or else you're going to destroy it. So use your hand tool. All right, and for step 4, you're going to take piece number 8, which is a little flimsier piece, into the grooves here. And these grooves do not go all the way through, so I'm not sure how it says to slide it into the grooves, but she will kind of fit right in there, like so. And well, you're going to have to be careful because she's not being held down. So that's step 4. Step 5, take piece number 6. Again, these are for these screws, so put your dowel in the one that does not have those. And then of course this groove goes into the back here. It doesn't matter if it's not on camera. They saw it in the previous step, honey. Okay. So just slide that groove right on. Oh, well, we're gonna need to show up here though.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Slide that groove right into the piece 8 that we just put in. Slide it over until the dowel goes into the hole, and then you can take your A screw, start it in through there, and then use your favorite hand tool. I'm just saying, there's going to be a comment down there like, oh, you shouldn't use power tools. And then there's going to be the comment of, I used the power tool and I like completely shredded it. Okay, well, don't do it. I've explained that. Did I not explain that? I think I explained that step 1. Yeah, the first part of the video. Anyway, step 5's done. Alrighty, and for the next step, you're going to take part number 7, 2 dowels in each side. And then flip her over. And I don't think it matters which way this one goes because it looks the same on both sides, or both directions. So just pick the side that looks better, and that'll be your front. Take the other 7 and put your 4 dowels in that as well. Just 2 on each side. And be looking at it to see which side looks a little better. It does look like this side's a little more glossy, and then the other side is a little less glossy. And then that's going to go, those are going to go, one's going to go right in here through these holes. And the other one, it's going to go in the bottom towards those holes. Okay. Now I'm going to suggest tilt it. That way gravity holds them in. Alright, in step 7, you're going to take piece number 9. You get the groove part back here to go into the back of this. And then of course your 3 dowels are going to be towards the top there. You do need to put a dowel right here in the side. And of course remember the screw part, or the one that looks like a screw is not a screw. That's for the screw to bump into and bite into. And then of course the dowel goes in the opposite one. So that dowel is going to go right over here. And yeah, it's going to be kind of hard to get everything lined up, but I would suggest leaning it forward to line up number 7s into their holes, since those can be easily moved around. And then get over the back and the lip there, get your dowel into the, oh crap, we fell out. We fell out. Oh no. This is not kosher, man. It's not kosher at all. Oh, come on. Alright, get those lined up. Get everything else lined up if we can. Yeah, okay, cool. Everything's kind of falling into place. Pull it back so that that dowel goes in down there. And then kind of move it around a little bit, make sure she doesn't move. Go ahead and get your screws into the 2 screw holes on top. And use your favorite hand tool to get those pushed down a little bit. And then 1 screw into the bottom, which there's a nice hole there for you. You don't have to, yeah. It's going to be the only hole on this side. And of course my bit is just too big to fit in that little itty area. Alright, and for step 8, you're going to take piece number 35. knobs here. There's 3 of them. And then screw number B, or labeled B, looks like an E on the package, but it is a B. I mean, it either looks like an E or I just don't know what a B looks like. Anyway, get that lined up. Get that little tightened in there. They are going to turn a little bit, so I wouldn't over tighten them just to make it so it doesn't turn. You're going to strip it out if you do, more than likely. And then you're going to take 2 C screws to put the faucet in. I gotta find those. Now they're in a little package that said C and F. We only need 2 of the C screws. It says there's 2 of them, but I think I counted 3. So I don't know. Maybe I can't count. Yeah, I see a third one. And the picture really doesn't show how the faucet gets attached. It makes it look like the spigot. They're gonna go in from underneath, I think. All right. So again, we're gonna have to flip it. Alright, once you get that lined up there or figured out where you're going, go ahead and put your C screw in the back there. And then get yourself positioned where you can see into the hole in the bottom of the spigot so you can get it lined up. As best you can. There we go. And then get that tacked in. And then you put the other one in the bottom here. Make sure that looks straight, and if it does, then we should be lined up, which we're not. You'll know you're lined up if it starts sucking it in. We're not. No. There we go. A little difficult there, but just move it around until you finally get it, and then you do a little bit of moving with your hand tool. Once it starts sucking in, you know you're lined up. And now you've got the top part of your, what does it say, the upper kitchen finished. Alright, step 10, you're going to take pieces 10 and 11, and the instructions are horrible. It looks like the screws are going up and down, they're going side to side. Just horrible. Anyway, piece 10, you're going to want this line towards the top, and of course this towards away from us, because that's where I have piece number 11. You're going to put that into the side there, and you're going to take 2 of the A screws. They're just going to go into the thing there, and we're going to try to line those up with the holes on the side of 11. Bless you. Bless you.
Thank you.
One more and you get sneezy brains. Or dusty brains. Start that in there. And then start the other one in as well. Hopefully are we in? No, we're below it. There we go. Get those started. Maybe. There we go. And I don't have that one started yet. That one's not wanting to start. Okay. Take your favorite driver or hand tool, and then you just get those tightened down a little bit here. No. No. There we go. Okay. Alright, from there, step number 11, piece number 12, goes right into the groove here, and then slides right over to that groove. Alrighty, then you're going to take piece number 13. Doesn't say which way is up, which way is bottom, so I'm going to assume it's the same on both sides. Anyway, groove here, groove there. We're going to slide her right along that groove, hopefully. And then 2 A screws into the side to get that. Well, we missed the hole. Get those A screws started. If you can. There we go. And then get those tightened in. Okay. 16. The instructions say nothing to do with 14. Doesn't say anything about 14. It just shows 14. But you got grooves on the side there. Just kind of slide that in, and then we'll slide this in as well. Both sides of these are finished. Neither one of them's unfinished. So get that lined up there, and make sure you drop it. You're gonna need 4 A screws for this step. Yeah, not gonna be fun, right? Because you gotta hold it while you're holding it while screwing it. All right. Get that lined up the best we can here. Try to hold that there. Screw, A screw goes into the side. Back into.
Give me help.
Nope. Nope. Into 13. Be easier to see anyway. Then get the that one into 13 as well. Now let's try to put 14 in, and hopefully 14 will stay this time. Hopefully. There we go. Alright, now we can either favorite hand tool to get those screws put in to make that a little tighter. I knew this was going to be a pain. Alright, we got those somewhat tightened. Now we need to flip her upside down so we can put 2 more A screws into the bottom of this. Alright, now you just take your screws, your A screws into the bottom here, and get those fingers started, and then use your favorite hand tool to get them in there. Alright, step number 14, you're going to take piece number 15. You notice that I have the groove away from me, which these holes are going to go up towards the top and on the opposite side of the groove. So groove down there, and holes on this side. Just going to take your screw A's into there. Get lined up here. And then take your favorite hand tool, get those tightened down. Maybe. Nope, that's not going to work. That is not working at all. There we go. I think it's better. Alright, step number 15, you need piece number 17. 17 has this little nook cut out here in the corner. Of course, it's going to go opposite of the groove. It's going to go right up here, and then you're going to take 2 of your A's, and you're going to put those right into piece number 15, I think that was. I don't know, the piece from the last step. Just going to get those hands started to get it lined up, and then use your favorite hand tool to go ahead and tighten those down. And then we got 2 more A screws to put on the bottom or underneath of that, so we got to flip it. Okay, it is. All right, and then underneath, you're just going to put those screws. Start your A screws through there. At least try to. And tighten those down. Step number 16. You will need 2 of the F's, door pins, whatever are there. And part piece F. I'm going to set those there for now. And you need piece number 19, which is the display for the microwave. And then you need piece number 18, which is the door for the microwave. Okay. Now you're going to need 2, how many B screws? 1, 2? Is it 2 B screws? Yes, yeah, so looks like 2 B screws. For what? Oh, okay. We need a handle J. So I don't know which one, because I don't think that handle was marked. Or maybe that was one of the handles that was marked. Yeah, J. Okay. So you're going to put the handle onto the microwave, of which when it's the hole is like that, that's where the screw goes into. Nice prettier hole, that's where it goes into the handle. So we'll go ahead and start that into there, and then we'll start the next one in as well. Maybe if we can find the hole. It's part of usually the problem, right? Okay, then use your favorite hand tool. Tighten those screws in. Oopsie, I didn't get that tight at all at the bottom. Move the handle back and forth, see if it's tight or not. That was clearly not tight enough still. That's tight enough. Okay. And then you're going to need to take 2 of the D screws. D as in David. And those are small, really small. And we're going to be working with piece number 18 still. We need to lock the door pin Yeah, I mean, lock the door pin onto the. Anyway, should it be 4 of them? It's showing. It's only showing 2 Ds, but there's 4 holes. It's showing AD at the top and AD at the bottom. So we're gonna say 4 Ds because there's 4 holes that we have to do. Wouldn't make much sense to just do 1 in each hole. Of course, I don't know if we got a magnifying glass out, I might be able to see a second line. Can you still see where we're working here, honey?
Yeah.
Okay. And you're just gonna take that, hold it sideways. Pin's gonna go to the top of the door. Pin's gonna go to the bottom of the door. But we'll get these screws somewhat started with our hand. More worried about misthreading and going sideways. I just want to make sure we get them straight, or at least as straight as possible, right? Okay. Now we get the other pin down here. Put the other 2 in as well. This is a very long step because there's a lot of stuff that needs done. Hopefully this is the longest step. Okay. Okay. All right. And from there, take your door. This is the back side. It has the. Well, you can see the where the plastic got screwed in. So we'll go ahead and take the film off. Probably should let the daughter do that, huh? Oh, that film just want to come off. Sorry, she can play with the rest of it later. Nope. It's got film on both sides. You can get the rest of the film off later if you want, okay?
Okay.
Alright. Yeah. Doesn't come off very easily. Okay, so handle is going to be towards you. Of course, we got the groove back here. So that's the back of the unit. Just going to slide that pin right into that hole. That's in the corner here. And then we're going to take part number 19, I think it was. Yeah, 19. And we're going to need 4 dowels. 3. You're going to need 6 total. So just grab 6. 4 for this piece and then 2 more. So the dowels are going to go into the holes on the bottom of it. And then the holes on the top of it as well. And then if the piece is facing you, if the front of it's facing you, then the display is going to face you too. This little indent here is where the door goes. There's a magnet right there for the door to latch onto. So slide those dowels into the holes down there and let the magnet touch the front of the microwave door. Everything good.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you put your 2 other wooden dowels right into the top of that. And step 16 is done. Alright, and from there, you're going to need piece number 20. It's got one of the knobs. You're going to take 4 wooden dowels. And again, if you push these things in, they go all the way in. Doesn't leave you much room to move. Maybe they should drill those holes a little bit, not so deep. Anyway, if the front of the piece is facing you, then of course the front of the knobs are going to face you as well. 2 holes here for your dowels to go into, and a hole down at the bottom for the top of the door hinge to go into. So I would try to get that door hinge in there, which is not going to be easy, right? Not going to be easy at all. So we're going to pull the door open a little bit. No. There we go. Pull the door open a little bit. Get those lined up. Close that door back up. lift it up to drop the 2 dowels from the control panel in to their holes. There we go. And, okay, everything's lined up. Everything looks good. Alrighty. Alright, step number 18. Take piece number 21, and you're going to put dowels, 2 dowels on this side. Flip it around. 2 dowels in that side as well. And the unfinished side gets a dowel in it as well. Just going to take it up underneath here, slide those 2 dowels in, leaving the finished side towards the bottom, which is kind of weird, and then slide the dowel in up there. Alright, for step 19, it's another longer step, 32, and piece number 23. Now we got to figure out how 23 was oriented. So yeah, that's the back, this is the front, and then this is the top here. Okay. So again, you're gonna put your dowels opposite the little Phillips head looking plastic things, and then we're gonna put those right there, and you're gonna take your A screw and fish that through the back of there and try to hand start that. We're going to do the same with the other side. It would help if I had the screw in my hand though, right? It might, I don't know, it might. Get that started there. Now we'll just use our favorite hand tool to tighten those down, but make sure that dowel's in its hole before you start screwing that in. And then, alright, and for the, yikes, just gonna slide this, put these dowels and these dowels down here into the dowel holes. And then start your A screws from the outside here, if it lines up, which it's not wanting to, but we got it, I think, I'm not sure. And then your favorite hand tool to tighten those down. Now we're going to take part number 22, I think is what it was, and slide her in here. There's grooves right there. So slide her into the grooves like before. And expect her to fall out at some point. Move her up and down, make sure she's in there. And then you're going to take your another 2 A screws here and make sure that those dowels are lining up too before you start these. Uh-oh. Nope, we don't do that yet. Okay, and for step number 20, getting close to the end here. Close, not quite there yet. You're going to take piece number 25, and the hole goes to the top. Just slide her down into the groove there. Make sure she locks in place. Yeah, she locked in at the bottom too. Yep, okay. And then we'll take part number 24. And this one doesn't matter which way it goes. We're going to turn it this way so the sticker is in the back, because I have a habit of forgetting to take the stickers off. Slide that metal piece, or not metal piece, that other drawer forward, because that back's going to help hold that in place so it doesn't slide too much. Okay, and part of that same step number 20, unscrew the knob here, put your thumb, go through the hole, and through the paper towels. Paper towels are too big to fit. towels are too big to fit. It says something about fabric, so two are going to be the same size, and then one's going to be a little longer. So since there's only one fabric that goes through here, we're just going to put this fabric onto here. Because clearly that's what it means, right? Wow, make that hole bigger so people can get it on. Jeez Louise. Hey, wow, okay. Slide the fabric through. Push that the rest of the way through. I was really hoping it would hold paper towels. That would be a cool feature, a cool function. Let it actually hold real paper towels. Alright, so then roll your paper towels up. And then, of course, your kid can pull them down to use the paper towels. Okay. Alright, and it says to take piece 28. This piece is marked 35. But it looks like maybe the piece for 28, and it says to put both K's on there, and, well, this isn't labeled, and there's only one. I mean, we have a T, which I'm going to assume is towel, and there's no loop to put it through. So, yeah. Maybe we'll find it later. I don't know. I don't see it. But it says to put that on there, and then, of course, that's going to go into the groove on the other piece. And then you take the top piece, flip that around here, and we're going to set it on top of the other one, lining up those dowels and getting those dowels all pushed in, which could be a little difficult. That one does not want to go. Did we get the ones on the bottom done? Yeah, looks like. No, we're not in. Okay. Are we in? Yeah, we're in. Okay, get that set there, and then of course, this I would assume is what it's talking about. And your first two are going to go right in here. Evidently the drawer or the shelf is going to fall. So we'll have to tighten to get that lined back up here. The best we can so it doesn't fall again. It's still going to fall. You would think putting that in there and tightening it down would cause that to not fall. You would think. Alright, we'll get that mostly in there and then we'll try to hopefully get this lined up again. There we go. Okay, alright, that actually worked. Just slam it. Just slam your hand into it. It's fine. Oh, that actually worked quite a bit. Alright. Get those tightened in. Now that shelf's not going to fall. Okay. And on this side, we're going to have two A screws going in here. There we go. That started to pull that in, suck it in closer, and then your other one right into this hole. And as you're doing this one, make sure that that dowel is lined up for that back piece. And yep. And then you get another A screw right here to go into the top of the backing here. That'll close that gap quite a bit. And then one more up top. Can you see it?
Where?
Up top.
Oh yeah, I can see it now.
To go into the back of that piece. if you can get it to line up. It doesn't want to. Of course it doesn't. Alright, step number 22, you're going to take panel number 26. And again, it doesn't seem to matter which way it goes. But you're going to slide it in here and then into those grooves. Slide it down until she locks into the grooves. And this did not lock. There she is. Make sure she's locked all the way around. Bada bing, bada boom. Okay, then you're going to take number 27, piece number 27, groove to the back to go into that panel. And slide it in between the other two pieces of wood there. And then get your A screws slid in and hand started. Takes 4 screws, 2 along each side. However, we only have 3. So we're going to be missing one. It's alright. It's alright. I'll find another screw later. I got plenty. Although to the company that makes this, make sure people have enough screws. I mean, so I'm going to miss this front corner, but I think with the door on there it'll be fine for now, until I get another screw. Alright, my bad. I misplaced a couple screws. So, my bad. Alright, to start step number 24. I don't know why they have this as one step. It should be several. But you're going to take the door for the oven, which is, I don't know what piece it is. It doesn't, piece number 31. Put those screws in there, B screws, and then right into part number I for the handle. Just get the one side started so you can get the other side going. And then you can get it tightened. Make sure she's tight. Set her off to the side, and then we'll go to piece number, I don't remember what this one is. Oh, this is the freezer door. So it's whatever piece number it is. Oh, 30. Written there on the side. Really small, hard to see. Put the handle on that as well. And yep, wiggle the handle, make sure she's tight. And then the fridge door, same thing. Piece number, it's the fridge door, okay? It's the fridge door. Should be like one of the first pieces you were like, ooh, I want to do that one. When you took everything out of the box. Actually, I think this is the one where my daughter was like, oh my gosh, it's a fridge. She took it out of the box, not knowing what it was. Wonderful, wonderful. Alright, handles are on the doors. And at this point, we can take a small break and get... You don't deserve coffee yet. You ain't finished. Okay, just a sec. Gotta keep that mood light. Okay. Alright, so part G has two... Both of these are part G, okay? You got a female G and a male G. I think you can figure out which is which. Okay. We need the female ones. And I'm not entirely sure which way these go. Because the picture is not very helpful. Alright, so you need 6 D screws and 3 of the female G's. The screw is going to go right through that little itty bitty plastic hole there, I think. And then a plastic hole here. Cool. And there's 2 holes up here, 2 holes down here. That's where 2 of the 3 are going to go. And you need the female part facing out towards the front of the piece. Go. That one's in. Now would you do the same for the underneath, or for the lower side? The underside. No, it's not underneath. No, it's down. Not quite. Not lined up. Oh, it's not going in. Are we not lined up? I mean, we gotta be. Yeah. And your third G, female G, is going to go right in this area. There's two little holes there, so just get your little screws lined up at those holes. And there we go. And there we go. You want to pull that G forward a bit while you tighten that down that way. She's just as far forward as possible. Is it open that way? What? Okay, we'll take piece number 30. Hinges are going to go there, so we need the G male end for the one by itself. Put those D screws through there. And get those in. Now, I'm not sure what country made this or designed this. Now, I'm going to say it had to be China. I mean, it's got to be Henshu in China, right? Because handle and the door opens sideways. You would think handle, door would open down. That's what you would think. No, door opens sideways. So the handle should have been over here, because here in the United States of America and most of Europe, we have the handle opposite the hinges, not the handle beside the hinges. I just gotta say, it makes a lot more sense to us. Okay. So then this one, the door, see now this one's going to be properly oriented to where your male G is going to go on the side with the handle. And the handle is opposite the hinges because that would make sense. And that's on there. Now we'll get the last G. And again, this is, okay, so B. So this opens, yeah, this opens this way. So these are the two hinges. So your G goes here. Again, there's another door that opens sideways with the handle on the wrong side. I don't know what part of the world opens their doors this way. I mean, it's like putting the your doorknob on the top of your door for your house. Like, put the doorknob on the top of the door so you can open the door sideways to go inside. Does that make sense? That makes sense. I mean, I'm gonna do that. One of these days, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get a new door, and I'm gonna put the handle at the top of the door, so that I have to grab from the top of the door to pull it sideways to open the door, because that's what you guys are doing. All right, to get the hinges on, and this is gonna be a okay. Tilted part right. This part moves up and down. Lays on there, slides into that groove. The instructions do not show a good picture of this, and they do not say anything about how to do it. So I'm hoping I'm right. We don't know. We don't know yet. We're going to go ahead and get those on. And then we're going to try to put it on the thing and see if it's right. And if it's not, you'll never know. Because I'll edit that out. You don't want to watch me do something wrong. That would make no sense. Okay, so now we gotta try to line those up to go into there, which is going to be a little difficult to say the least. Probably would have been easier to get those ones in first. Although when do we ever do anything the easy way? As people, we never do things the easy way. That just makes no sense. All right, we're gonna get one in there to start with. Well, we're gonna try. Yeah, it's not gonna work. It's gonna line that up with the hole in the back there. Try to get that finger started there. Cool. Got her started with her finger. We're gonna take our favorite hand tool and get that most of the way in, and then we're gonna get the bottom one here. Get that one started as well. That way we can let go of it and have our hands free. Plus we can check it to make sure it's going to work. Just gotta get that hole lined up. Seems like it should be right there. Okay. Well, can't really see the hole there. Okay. I need to lay down again so I can see it. This is a pain, guys. This is a pain. Okay. Alrighty. Come on. Get started by the finger. Okay. All right. I think we got it started. Go ahead and tighten it down a little bit, and then we got two of the four in, but we need to make sure that she's on correctly. So we're gonna close it. Bada bing, bada boom. She closes, and she opens just fine. So we know she's on there correctly now. Put the other screws in and tighten these down. I can't see. Alrighty. And you're going to do the same for the fridge door and the freezer door. Alrighty, guys, and there's only 2 steps left. Of course, we got the doors on. I really don't like that opens sideways. I think with the handle up here, it should open down. Same way with this, open sideways. I think it should open down. Whatever. Anyway, second to the last step. Put the sink in. Nice. And the last step, gotta take the coffee off the burner here. The burner was keeping it nice and warm for me. Oh yeah. That was the last step. Hope you found this useful. If you did, make sure you like, comment,
thank you or whatever. That way, it helps the algorithm out and helps get out in front of more people that may be experiencing difficulties putting this together.